We're in the third rotation. This is Laura Munoz from Madrid. She's on the vault. She's 18 years of age.
Forming a round off. Oh!
My.
Gee. That is the worst possible thing you can do on that vault, is to miss your hand on the horse. There's nothing you can do, but she did the right thing by ducking under and just going to her back.
Actually, it looks like she's okay. But as you said, notice she's going to put her hands on the floor, her feet go to the board. Now, right here's the crucial point, right? Your hands have to catch that horse if you're going to block. And, of course, she was trying a laid-out back with a full. Ooh, that's a rough landing.
That
I
is
tell
a
you,
rough landing.
she managed to get a body around so she did not hurt herself. That's the fortunate thing about it. Meanwhile, this is Luo Fang of China. She's working the balance beam, 17 years of age.
I'm very much impressed with this gymnast. So far in the competition, she's done quite well. The Chinese team has really changed their philosophy in their gymnastics. A couple years back, they really stressed flexibility and elegance, but they weren't as strong. Now, as you can see here, they're much stronger than ever. It was 2 layout step-outs in a row. Very difficult on the balance beam. What I like about her is she combines the elegance with the strength.
She seems very comfortable up there.
Aerial cartwheel. Very aggressive on this event.
Now, that was a relatively simple move in the middle of the exercise. Why did she do that?
You're right, Bart, and I don't have an answer for that.
Just a back handspring. Maybe she left out a big trick, do you think?
That's possible now. Here's a dismount, just a double twist, but the routine was very clean.
Luo Fang from China, 17 years of age. We'll await her score. We'll watch part of her routine.
Now here's where the big difficulty is. 2 layout step-outs in a row, and landed perfectly.
And she comes up with a score of 9.55, working on a beam 4 inches wide. Luo Fang of China. This is Joyce Wilborn, 15 years old, Patterson, New Jersey, and she's working the floor.
And man, can she tumble.
Watch this opening run. It's a front somersault, through to a full in, nails it. She can't do it any better than that.
Grace in her movements.
It's a routine you can have a lot of fun with.
She's got the Soviet crowd pretty fired up. They must love this infectious music.
High double twist. Not a difficult tumbling run, but she does it so well.
She was 3rd in the all-arounds at this year's Nationals.
No problem with a little moonwalk.
Triple turn.
Советский Союз.
And she's setting up for this last tumbling run. And another full in. Perfect landing.
She has to love this mat.
And the crowd seems to love her.
It's about the best floor routine I've ever seen Joyce do.
Joyce Wilborn from Patterson, New Jersey. Floor exercise.
Осака и Ноуэ, Япония.
You can see on this tumbling that she really gets up in the air, and she knows how to flip, too.
Now, to do this at the end of your tumbling, at the end of your floor exercise, that's great.
And the score for Joyce Wilborn, a 9.8. So, very good score for the young lady from Patterson, New Jersey. This is Elena Shushanova, 17 years of age, national team member the past 5 years from the Soviet Union. We're about to see her second vault.
And she's the reigning world champion on this event. She has such a determined look. Strong run. Run-up entry. Layup full twist.
That was nice. She dropped right out of that. We saw how important it was for them to have good speed, but how crucial it was that your hands hit the horse in proper position right here so you get a good block, and look how high she is.
It's what's so difficult about the round-off vault. Everything has to be so perfect.
There's not much room for error, otherwise you're gonna clean your clock. I tell you, the wipeouts could be terrible.
And look at that score, a 9.95. She couldn't get much more perfect than that than to get a 10. 9.95 for Helena Shushanova on the vault. And the results after 3 rotations: Soviet Union still in first, Bulgaria alone in second, China is in third, the United States is up from 7th to 6th.
You've got to concentrate. Concentrate. Focus on the beam. Nail it.
It's not enough to do many things well. You want to do one thing, the best. That takes determination, concentration, purpose.
Feel your confidence.
Everything for one thing.
Feel the bar.
At E.F. Hutton, we understand the importance of purpose. We concentrate on one purpose, serving the investor. And that's why it is, why it's been for 80 years. When E.F. Hutton talks, people listen.
Rotation of the women's team competition. Evlena Rakova, Bulgaria, is working the balance beam.
And as I said earlier, the Bulgarians are really doing well in this competition. It's a front tuck somersault. She moves with a lot of confidence for such a young girl, and very inexperienced actually, but you could never tell it by the way she's working.
14 years of age, in fact, making her debut on the national team right now.
Back handspring, 2 layout step outs. Slight balance check there, but not a major deduction.
It's nice to see that she's so aggressive on the beam, because it has to be a little intimidating being in this competition with so many great world champions, and yet she's so young.
Bart, it's so tempting to hold back sometimes, and that's the worst thing you can do on this event. Little too long standing there before the dismount. And a double back, perfect landing.
Evlena Rakova from Bulgaria.
It was nothing spectacular, but very, very steady. There's that front tuck somersault. As you can see, she just about missed the balance beam.
And she comes up with a good score, 9.5 for the young lady from Bulgaria, 14 years old. This is Oksana Omlyanchik of the Soviet Union. She lives in Kiev, and she's working the uneven bars right now.
She has one of the most original bar routines I've ever seen. She has a couple very difficult release moves, but adds a few of her own little original twists in there.
Of course, we remember her from her floor exercise routine, which was just delightful.
Got a 9.9 on the floor.
Look at that position.
Nice high delta. Oh my gosh. That's one of those original moves that I said earlier. And I've never seen her miss it like that. What a shame. It's so difficult getting your rhythm back, your swing. Another full twist, back over the low bar. Free hip. And a double twisting flyaway.
I'll tell you, with the exception of that mistake that she may have another 9.9 to go with the 9.9 she got on the floor.
Oh, it's such a shame, because the exercise was great. Very difficult exercise.
It's a free hip to handstand.
Оценка фокус. 5.
Here's that release move.
9.55.
Nice high delta.
It looked like she caught that perfectly, and right here, no telling what happened.
That bar is so far away for her.
Джойс Уилборн.
And the emotion shows, something you don't see much from the Soviets, but she's feeling the pain.
When you
She-
train so hard for an event like this, it's so hard to make a mistake like that.
She wound up with a 9.45 as we look at Joyce Wilborn of the United States working on what is